run after the catch, 2 to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Singletary to get the drive started. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. On 2nd and 9. Allen.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, here's Tua. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
One more time with Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mostert. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Rolling to his right.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Bills had 8 and 5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll run for it with Hines.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Now Allen.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This is Hines. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Devin Singletary. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf. But a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off play action. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now it's Hines. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go right back to Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, tight down. Tight down. There you go.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And going deep for Hill. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try and run with Wilson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Finding room at midfield. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shot.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To the air, Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's a diving catch right side. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They run with Hines. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Diggs with a good footwork. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Singletary to get the drive started. A nice little juke. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he fends him off. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards. They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And some space here.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 29,
Tua.
he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards.
And the Dolphins have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Here's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Allen. And Diggs has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Big stop, let's go. 45, 45, 45. Tighten up.
Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30. 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Hines. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Throwing is Allen.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Back to throw is Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Dolphins,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters doing y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You